Hello, my name is Brian Widdison. In this video, I would like to present some basic steps one can take when deciding which biostatistical analysis techniques that they would use within their research. The first step in this process is to determine if your variables are scale or categorical. Under scale, you have continuous variables and discrete variables. Under categorical, you have ordinal variables and nominal variables. Next, you'll need to determine the types of tests that you will use to help answer your research question. You'll need to determine if your dependent and independent variables fall under scale or categorical. Under scale, you'll need to determine if the variables are normally distributed or of skewed data, and under categorical, if it's ordinal or nominal. Once you have those questions answered, you will now be able to determine if you use a parametric test or non-parametric test. Please refer to the table provided for a definition and understanding of each test. Please refer to this table as I describe the common single comparison tests. One comparing the average of two independent groups, and your dependent variable is scale and the independent variable is nominal. The parametric test that would be used would be the independent t-test, and the non-parametric test equivalent would be the Mann-Whitney test. If you're comparing the average of three independent groups and the dependent variable is scale and the independent variable is nominal, you would use the parametric test of one-way ANOVA, and the non-parametric test would be the Kruskal-Wallis test. If you're comparing the average difference between paired samples and the dependent variable is scale and the independent variable is time/condition variable, the parametric test would be the paired t-test, and the non-parametric test would be the Wilcoxon signed rank test. If you're comparing three or more measurements on the same subject, and the dependent variable is scale and the independent variable is time or condition variable, the parametric test used would be the repeated measures ANOVA test, and the non-parametric test would be the Friedman test. Please refer to the following table as I describe the tests of association. If you're comparing the relationship between two continuous variables and the dependent and independent variables are scale, the parametric test that would be used would be the Pearson's correlation coefficient, and the non-parametric test that would be used would be the Spearman's correlation coefficient. The following regression tests are both parametric tests. They are used for predicting the value of one variable from the value of a predictor variable or looking for significant relationships. The simple linear regression test is when you have a dependent variable that is scale, and the independent variable is any of the mentioned variables. The logistic regression test is when the dependent variable is nominal, and again the independent variable can be any of the variables. Finally, when you have an independent and dependent variables that are both categorical, and you're assessing the relationship between the two, you will use a chi-squared test.